In the background is the Blue Mosque. And this is the Hagia Sophia, one of the most popular sites in Turkey. The Blue Mosque is a working mosque, and prayers are held here 5 times a day. Well-organized workers will run out with fencing in order to configure access to the mosque in such a way that the faithful can have their prayers in relative peace away from the tourist. The mosque still has Christian art on some parts of the wall, a leftover from a time when the mosque was actually a church. Now let's have a look at a bazaar, a very colorful place with lots of sweets, nuts, and other things for sale. Much of what you see here is made in factories outside of the bazaar and are poor copies of authentic Turkish sweets, which are made and sold in stores that specialize in those sweets on the periphery of the bazaar. I've had enough of smoky Istanbul. Let's get into the countryside for a long ride to Troy. Finally, I've got everything semi-organized, and here I am in front of my hotel, and here is my bicycle, and we are both good to go. I'm taking my bicycle on the subway. We will be getting off at Ataköy, and that is the beginning of the 12-kilometer bicycle path ride to the ferry. The train took about 25 minutes and took me right down to the bicycle path along the Aegean Sea. I got off at Ataköy station, and there I was, right on the 12-kilometer bicycle path that leads to the ferry terminal. This is the seaside bicycle path that leads directly to the ferry terminal at Yenikapi. It looks pretty quiet now, but at times, scooters from the highway on the left come up onto the bicycle way to avoid the traffic. That body of water you can see on the right is called the Sea of Marmara. It is the smallest sea in the world. The ferry terminal is just up ahead, and we'll be there in 5 minutes. That's our ferry coming in now.
The ferry to Bandirma.
Loading goes pretty smoothly. They're accustomed to bicycles, so I got a place right at the back at the stern up against the rails. If you look carefully, you can see my bicycle with the orange rubber strapping at the rear of the boat. The 4.5 hour crossing is pretty quiet and smooth. Unfortunately, no one is allowed out on deck during the crossing. What a relief to get out of smoky, dirty, noisy Istanbul and into the countryside.
Oh boy. I stopped for a tea in that small village, and a guy came over and
I
introduced
stayed on this
himself
road
and
all the way from the ferry
He,
landing south to
bought some cakes,
Bandirma.
and we had more
It was
tea,
a
and we
quiet,
talked, and he
rural
asked me if I
road
needed anything,
that took
and
me through
where
the
was I going
heart
to sleep
of
tonight,
Turkey,
and I told
and
him
it
I
was
had
a
tent,
good experience.
and that I was, pretty much self-sufficient here. So that was very enjoyable. That was very enjoyable. Beautiful day. It must be what, 17, maybe 18? I don't know. It's very nice. Very nice.
This man and his buddy were very proud of all the flowers they had planted all around the town. They're good friends. They've known each other since childhood. This is the patio of the mosque. I left my bike overnight outside in the safety of this patio. And this is the room I had for the night. I was very grateful to have this, and I had a good sleep. I'll catch up to you later.